to start, give you a little background, and then we're going to open up for questions for the chief and I. And I just want to start by saying that it was really a good job done by the Jersey City Police Department, ESU, in conjunction with New Jersey Transit and the Port Authority that responded. So at about 6 o'clock, 1800, we got the first call in for a fist fight on the food court. Subsequently, 3 calls came in for shots fired. There are currently 2 victims at the Jersey City Medical Center. One's name is Jaleel Holmes, who we had an arrest warrant out over the last 2 days for the shooting at Grant Avenue. And the other is Gerald Harris, 29 years old, and we're doing some background work on him. It happened on the food court. The police department evacuated the mall fairly quickly. We do a lot of training on active shooter training, and it seemed to pay off today that everything was done orderly. And we're still looking at surveillance cameras in order to make sure and understand a little bit more about where the shooter is. At this point, we're not clear whether the shooter has been apprehended or he's one of the victims or his status, but there's plenty of surveillance in here, and we're confident that we'll be able to make an arrest. And with that, I'll open up to questions for the chief or I.
Chief, do you know the motive here?
We know some of the players here, we know some of the victims, and we certainly think that they weren't up to anything very good in the mall.
Do you think it was gang related?
It's a possibility.
This was targeted, was it not? This was not a random shooting of the mall?
Yes, the good thing, as the mayor said, the Jersey City Police Department, in conjunction with Port Authority and the New Jersey Transit, did an unbelievable job here. Deputy Chief Cassidy, Jersey City Police Department, took over this scene quite rapidly. It evacuated everybody. And the easiest and best thing to say is we have no friendly person that was struck by gunfire, and that's the most important thing to know.
How long before the mall can reopen?
Probably at least a couple hours. Yeah, extensive crime scene here.
Could the suspect still be at large? Is there somebody, or are you sure you have somebody?
We don't know if we have the shooter in custody yet. We do have 2 people in custody. We do not know if we have the shooter that started the incident.
What are the extent of their injuries?
There's one shooter, one victim has a gunshot wound to the abdomen, and the second has a gunshot wound to the arm.
You know the condition?
Both of them are critical but stable.
Chief, and I'd ask the same question of the mayor too, but this sounds like it's related to the part of Jersey City that has a problem with violence. Is that a fair summation?
Well, I can tell you the 2 victims are from the area that we had recent gunfire. Jaleel Holmes is wanted for attempted murder. So that'll just tell you the type of people that we're dealing with right now. And we assume that anybody else that's involved is certainly not somebody that's here to shop.
Was a gun recovered?
What was the incident on Grant Avenue?
I'm not going to comment on the evidence recovered.
Is anyone Grant Avenue? What was the incident on Grant Avenue?
I'm sorry?
What was the incident on Grant Avenue he was wanted for?
The incident on Grant Avenue was a daytime shooting a couple days ago on Grant, just off Ocean Avenue, where 3 people were targeted. 2 were struck with gunfire and sitting in a car.
Was there more than one gun, or how did the shooter, if he's in fact get injured?
We are reviewing videotape right now.
So you don't know about
We're not going to speculate.
You don't know if there's more than one gun?
We're not going to speculate.
Mayor,
Did police fire at all?
Police did not fire.
Mayor, could you address the bigger issue that I asked the chief about? That violence in an urban community is always an issue.
Yep.
I'm sure many of your citizens are going to say, well, Mayor, how can you reassure us that this can be handled?
Let me start by saying that gun violence in Jersey City is certainly trending downwards. That's undeniable, whether it's homicides or shootings, but you have some areas that are very stubborn and some characters that are very, very bad. And it's not unique, as you said, to the south side of the city. We're standing in the Newport Mall right now, and as the chief said, those people didn't come here to shop. It's the first call came in as a fist fight happening in the Newport Mall in front of the Indian restaurant. And if you look at the scene up there, it ensued with gunfire, and you could clearly see that one of the actors, if not both, fled and then showed up at the Jersey City Medical Center.
Oh. How many shots? Do you know how many shots were fired?
The casing's up there, and I'm not going to comment.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the evidence.
Self-transport?
Yes.
Both or one? Both.
What's the protocol with security guards here? Are they supposed to be armed? Are they unarmed?
Security at Newport Mall is very good. They're very well trained as well. They are unarmed. We do have a police presence around this as a directed patrol. So the cops were very close to the scene, and we were on scene within seconds.
These victims took themselves to the hospital separately or together?
Separately. They arrived separately, and I do want to say again that ESU and the Jersey Police Department did a tremendous job. We've spent a lot of time and a lot of money over the last couple of years on active shooter situations, for situations exactly like this, to make sure that when you evacuate a crowded mall, that you don't have people trampled, that you can do it orderly, that you lock down the stores in a responsible way, and they did a terrific job at 10 out of 10. That's what I can say, in conjunction with the Port Authority and the New Jersey Transit.
I'm sorry?
I don't want to comment on that.
Not going to talk about the evidence.
Okay, all right.
No injuries
Thank
from
you.
the ensuing panic?
Okay, all right. Thank you.